Hello, DETAX friends. Heartily welcome to our next live webinar, Print Cocoon like a Pro. So today we will show you some tips and tricks for the workflow, how to print cocoons. We got some questions about the workflow, and also on the last UA exhibition, there was a lot of questions about the cut line, the crush line, and how to build or how to work with Cocoon. So we will start today with the Cyfex software to show you how the crush line you can set. Also, a short overview of the Asiga Composer, how to prepare the print job, the workflow, washing, curing process, and later also how to fill and how to peel off the cast forms filled with silicone. Follow me to the desktop. So we'll start at first with the Cyfex software. I will show you how easy it is to set the crush line. We will start and open the secret ear designer. We will open a new file to make it easy, because this is not a modeling workshop how to model molds and other parts. Today we will only show you the workflow for Cocoon. So the easiest way for us is to select the hand grip, opening cylinder. We need to select here some sample files. In this case, left and right is fine. We open it, and now we can see in this secret ear designer our digital impression. And also we can see here inside the object we will model. So as I said, it is not a modeling workshop, so I will jump over the first steps. And for sure, as you know, it is not perfect cutted here. The direction to the eardrum is not perfect, but in this case, we will talk about the casting. So for the Cocoon material, you can see on the right side of the desktop here, we select a wall thickness of 1.0 millimeters. This is, from my point of view, the perfect wall thickness. The next step is to set the, sorry for that. Here is to set the cylinder or the casting spewer. For the casting spewer, I need to show you and I need to explain some more things. So the modeling guys, from my point of view, it is needed that these guys are also fill up the silicone in the cast forms, because in this step here, how to set the sprue, you need to know how the material go inside of the cast later. Means I will show you later the process, and then I will come back to this point. So the last step here is to set the crush line. It is here on the cast label. Now the mode is selected line. You can see here on the right side. We need 0.9 millimeters go inside. The style is engraved for sure. So that means here we have the wall thickness. Now we can see this is a V line like this one here. The wall thickness is 1 millimeter, and we go 0.9 millimeter inside of the wall. For me, it is much more easier later for the uncasting if we set here the crush line a bit more in the middle of the object. If you see here the line between these 2 points is yellow, you only need to double click, only set a double click on it. And with a double click, you can set a new point, and then the line is directly on, in this case, inside of the surface. So please don't go directly in the spewer. Left or right on the spewer is absolutely fine. And now you can see here is the direction nearly in the middle of the object. And also in the handle here, you need to know this part is massive later. This is fulfilled with Cocoon material. That means I set the line here, then it's much more easier later to open it in this area. Okay, so the last point is only to export the STL file. In this case, it's not needed. And now we can switch to save it for sure. Okay, save it at first. And after that, we can go to this Composer software to prepare a print shop. It is also absolutely easy. Here's the Composer software. We open a new build style, a new platform for the Asiga Max. We select the Luxaprint Cocoon material. The slice thickness is 0.1 millimeter. Let's open it. Now we select here on the left side of the desk the button Add Parts. Select Files. I have here some modeled files from before. Say Open and open again. For me, it's a better way to set the objects. If it's not complete, fulfill the platform, please set it to the middle of the platform. It's better for the printer. And you can see here on the bottom, it is directly connected to the platform. You see here, this is a special base plate. It's designed from us to make it easier later for the opening of the cast form. There's no support style needed, no other parts needed. You can press here the play or the build button, create your print shop and send it to the printer. Send it to the printer means for me, so let us go together to the printer. I will show you short the workflow with the Cocoon material. It's nearly the same like with all our other materials. Please follow me. We will start with the printer. So in the beginning, some minutes before we start the the live webinar here, I started the printer that I can show you how easy it is to lose the objects from the platform. So that means we open the printer, take out the platform, take it here on our table, and I love to work with a regular spatula. It's a Japanese spatula. It is more flexible than the other and also thinner. You can see here, I will show you also in detail. The platform is, the objects are directly connected to the platform. And we can lose it easy with a silicone spatula here inside. Go under the objects and lose it from the platform. These objects now, on the surface of the objects and also inside of the objects is the rest liquid material. So we don't need the material. That means we need to clean it. To clean the material, we use an ultrasonic bath. Inside of the ultrasonic bath is water. Please don't take isopropanol alcohol directly inside. And our objects we will take into a box like this one. It is marked with number A. Number A means it is the first washing step. So we take the objects here inside, close it, take it to the ultrasonic bath for 3 minutes. After that, we take it out and blow it with compressed air to make sure it is inside and outside clean and dry. And then we use the other box. This is marked with B. I hope you can see it. It's marked with B. And inside of the B box, it is clean isopropanol alcohol to make sure that all the rest of the material really comes out of the cast form. Outside, it is not so interesting, but inside it must be cleaned perfectly. After that, also, please make sure it is completely dried. So it is dry inside. There's no isopropanol alcohol longer inside. because if you cure it finally later, you will get some white areas, and then you know it is not not perfect cured. Oh, sorry, it is not perfect clean or dry. We cure it with the auto flash. It's also possible with other curing devices. And please do me a favor. This is a plastic box who is inside. And if you can see me, all it's fine. If you can't see me, it does not work. Why? It is totally easy. The objects need light for the final curing. That means if the light, it is not possible to go inside of the plastic box, you can't cure it finally, and after that you got a sticky surface sample. Also, if you don't use nitrogen inside of the chamber during the curing process, it will be also sticky on the surface. The plastic box is marked on the corner here. It is NK Optic 360 N2. This is the plastic box you need. There are two differences. 360 is the right one. Okay, so now we can final cure it 2 times 2000 flashes with the auto flash machine. And after that, we are ready to fill the casts with our software 2.0 silicone. I will show you this and also the peeling of the casts and some more tips and tricks on the working place. Come on. So here's our working place. I need some gloves for filling the casts. We talked about before about the spheres, the small cylinders here on the surface, and who goes also inside of the object to make sure that the rest of the air who is inside of the cast form, when you fill it up, it is possible for the air to come out of these small cylinders, hollow cylinders. This is an sample. This one is modeled by a guy who never filled up the cast forms. So you can see here, there's a spur, and also here. But the material later, when we fill it up, will come. You can see it goes here inside and also from this side inside. And in this area here, there will be the rest of the air. So that means you can't use the mold later. So please make sure the spurs on the bottom must be a little bit longer. And on the top, as higher as you are, on the top, it can be a bit shorter. That's not so important. You need the spurs. Why do you need the spurs? The spurs is, if you fill it up with silicone and there's only a hole and you take it later in the pressure box, the material, the silicone will go inside and the rest of the air will go outside. And then you have a small area without silicone, and then it's also not usable. The mold is later not usable. So that means inside of the spur is the rest of the silicone. You take it to the pressure box and it goes a little bit inside of the spur, but your mold later is complete. That's the reason why. Okay, let me show you how to fill the cast forms, the same one like we modeled, nearly the same one like we modeled before. So I fill it up from the bottom in this direction here. And one of the benefits of the Cocoon material is also it is transparent. That means you can see how the silicone goes inside of the form. And now this is absolutely enough if it goes here outside of the spurs. And you can see and you can control there's no air inside. And the rest of small air areas will go away later in the pressure box. I will show you this once more again. Take it here inside. fill it up from the bottom in this direction. And you can see also the crush line, it works absolutely fine. There's no area who's deformed or something like this. And it is much more easier to open it later. Okay, this is the filling process. I think it's clear. And now take it to the pressure box. It takes 20 minutes and then you are safe. It is 100% cured. And after the pressure box and when silicone is cured, you got this result here. This is our special base plate. That's what I said before. So only hold it in your hand and open it like a banana or lychee or whatever. So you can see you can open it so easy in one step. And this is the final product later. That's what we need. This is ready for finish. So that means the rest of the material of the sprues, you need to grind it, of course, and also the support, cut the support and grind the support with some of our tools. I will show you once more again how easy it is to open. So if you don't talk so much in the meantime, it is much more faster. You can see this is the result later. There are no areas with air. There's also, I hope you can see it in the camera, here's also the engravement. In this case, it is DETAX. It is completely final and ready to use. So once more the process without any talking, you can see it's 1.0 seconds and then it's nearly ready for the finish. Okay. The last point or one point of the questions is how you can get the special base plate from our samples. Please let us know. You can send us an email or write it directly in the live chat. And we can send you the STL file and you can set it into the Cyfex software. There's a special area you can place the STL file and use it later in the modeling step directly. One more trick is if you heat the forms with silicone, the ready forms, the full-filled forms like this one, if you heat it up a little bit, it is more flexible than the material and then it's easier to open it. From my point of view, with on the regular temperature, it is fine, but it is much more easier when it's more flexible. But please do it only after final curing of the silicone, after the pressure box. Great. So I will come back to the front. I hope that was all the points we noted and we prepared for this live webinar we did. So we have a live chat here also, like all the live webinars. Let me see on the desk some questions. Is it possible to use bigger or smaller, thinner wall thickness? Of course it is possible. You can create your process. You saw it in the Cyfex software. You can set it from 1 millimeter to 0.9. Please don't use thinner than 0.9 because then the material is too flexible that you got not so perfect object later. Bigger is possible. If you use it bigger, please also select a deeper V line, so the crushing line inside. It is easier to peel it off. It works also without the crush line, but it's not so easy like with. The base plate, how can I get the base plate for? Yeah, that's what I said before, the round base plate. Please send us a note and we will send you the STL file and you can set it in your Cyfex software. This is easy, only some steps and you can do it. How can I get the Cyfex software is good. So this is not our point, but you can write an email to support@cyfex.com and they will help you with all your questions about Cyfex and also how you can get the Cyfex software. the price of the material, please call your contact partner here at DETAX. One of my colleagues will help you with the price and with all the rest of the details. Is it possible to use it with other silicones? Oh, that's a good question. I showed you the software 2.0. With the software 2.0, it is absolutely easy to work with. You don't need any cast separators or something like this. If you use other materials, sometimes it's better to work with cast separator. That means after the final curing, you can dip it in the cast separator. If you need some informations, give us a note and we will give you the informations about. And after dipping, you need to make sure it is dry, completely dry inside. After that, you can fill it up with silicone. It's the same process like I showed you. There's one small benefit if you use a cast separator. The fingerprint effect, the layer steps will be a little bit homogenized with a cast separator. That means the surface is a bit smoother. Okay, guys, the time is running. Thank you very much for your time. Talk to you soon. We will plan the next live webinar and let you know, same like now via email. Please let us know if you have special themes who you need more information we can show you for the special printing process or something like that. Thanks for your time and talk to you soon. Bye.